From the second largest city in the U.S., Los Angeles, California, we've got football as EA Sports coverage of the NFL is on the air. Tonight, we start Week 11 of the NFL season with a good one on tap, as it'll be the Houston Texans taking on the Los Angeles Rams. About set to begin another week of football, and happy to have you along. We are underway on Thursday night prime time. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
Ready, break! Let's go! Ready!
Throwing to start the drive. Edwards. The short one there taken in by Ferguson. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. An early statement on the game's first play. 18 yards and a first down.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line.
Here we go. Set.
Now he's loose down the left sideline. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. Another big play as they get 28 out of that one.
That's another.
And let's face it, that what we just saw there, not a surprise, is it? I mean, this is what he does well. And if you don't tackle him as soon as he catches the ball, this is the end result. Big yardage afterwards.
Got the speed, the agility, so good with run after catch. And we're only in the first quarter, so they better get a wrangle and a hold on that quickly.
Yeah, you're exactly right. And what's really difficult to try and defend him is if you want to press him so that you get him on the ground quickly after the catch, a lot of times he'll just run past you at the initial point of contact, and he'll go deep.
Cougar 19.
They'll look to throw now on first down. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete. The Rams at 7-2 here on the year. And they come in off a loss last time out, but they're still in the midst of a good stretch here, CD. Winners of 7 of their last 9.
And it always hurts when you lose a tight game, as they did a week ago. I think each player starts thinking to himself, if I could have played better one play here, one play there, maybe it could have changed this team's fortunes. But it absolutely illustrates how important it is to play a complete game if you want to win in the NFL.
And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
Boy, no problems getting down the field here on this opening drive. They've looked really sharp in the early going, and they've come up with some big plays already. Here's another that's going to set up first and goal.
A terrific opening drive has them knocking on the door, first and goal.
19 Tiger, 19 Tiger.
They'll run. This is Jaden Blue. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. Only a yard on the pickup there. Second and goal.
Here's where we need to see some tenacity from this defense, because they've been pushed right down the field on this opening drive. They've got to find some way to push back, and that's a good first step.
Second and goal from inside the 5.
Ready!
Back to throw. Edwards. And that nearly an interception here on this opening drive, but he gets a reprieve. It's third down.
Those are the ones you dream of as defenders. I think if he gets eyes on the ball a little bit earlier, he might come away with it. Instead, it's going to wind up as just an incomplete pass.
Seventh play coming now on this opening drive. This is 3rd and goal.
Ready? 19-18.
Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal.
Get it.
Looking to throw. Edwards. And it's complete. He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. A great play there. His 9th touchdown of the season. And the Rams put the night's first points on the board as they take the early lead. Point after, right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game.
7, Texans nothing. Joshua Carney to kick off for the Rams.
The Rams kickoff team on the field, and here we go with the ball in the air. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
At their own 24-yard line.
Looking to put a drive together. And they'll run with the former LSU Tiger. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. You talk about this Rams defense. We know they're going to be tough to throw on. Top 3 in the NFL defending the pass.
And this is what we talk game inside the game. Top 5 passing offense versus top 5 passing defense. I wouldn't be surprised defensively if they change up coverages a bit more than usual to try and combat what they expect to see.
So from the 26-yard line, here's a 2nd and 8. Stroud looking to throw. They'll get this into the hands of Nico Collins. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. They get 14 on that one. Good for a Houston first down. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Already.
And Stroud now to throw. Open man, that's Jaden Higgins. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that, because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. You know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys coming off of the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
And he'll get it down to the 47 here. 7 yards there and a first down.
That's a good, nice, crisp run for a first down. I wonder if the defense might have been loosened up a little bit, maybe anticipating a pass instead of the run that they got.
So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 47. Now Stroud. On the move past the 40. And finally brought down at the 38. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And it'll bring up a 2nd and short.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
All right.
Stroud to throw it. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. You talk about this Rams defense. They're going to be tough to throw on, no doubt. Currently ranked third in the NFL against the pass.
They may be ranked third against the pass in the league, but they're the best that I've seen so far. Sometimes the numbers don't tell the full story.
This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard.
All right. 118. What's that?
Back to throw. Here's Stroud. That is incomplete.
I'm going to see this offense try to spread the field a little bit and utilize the outside third of the field, especially against man coverage. But that time, the defense was up to the task, forcing the incompletion.
So coming on now is the field goal unit. They're going to try for 3, and he'll need all the leg he's got here. This officially a 55-yard attempt. And this won't get there. Won't be on line either. It's no good. Off to the right, and this will stay at a 7-point game.
Yeah, 55 yards is anything but a gimme. You've got to really concentrate on your leg swing and proper technique. This time, though, he's unable to convert.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And they come into this one off the loss over the weekend, but you say if you're going to play a Thursday night game, this is the week to do it.
It certainly is, because you get right back out there. You don't have time to dwell on things. And look, your game plan is going to be a little more limited, but so is theirs. So that's when you just appeal to your top players. Guys, you make plays in this one, we out-execute them, we can walk away with a win.
Just need a yard here. 2nd and 1.
Here we go. Here we go. Go.
First run now for Kyron Williams. And the big boys up front. They're going to stop him right at the line.
He was brought down at the 45-yard
What an advantage having an elite guy in the middle of the defensive line, because not only does he take up the space and let the linebackers run free, but he can also make plays himself, as we just saw there.
On 3rd and short, going with their tight end. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line.
It's a gain of a yard.
How about that there?
That's good.
No frills, no additives, right? Nothing crazy. Just find a way to pick up the first down. A nice run right there.
Let's go now.
On first down, it's Blue. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
No gain on
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Here's 2nd and 10. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 33. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Pat the street. Ready.
Now a handoff to Blue running left side. Taken down at the 30.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
Ball on the 30 now. Here's 2nd down and 7.
Let's go. 18 Cardinal. 18 Cardinal.
They'll try and run again with Blue. Shifts by him. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. The Rams with the football here to begin the second quarter, as they've got it with a 1st and 10.
Ready, ready. Get it.
Now we give up the middle to Williams. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
They're looking at a 2nd and 8 now from the 10.
Ready. Hawk 7. Ready.
Back to throw. Edwards. Over the middle, and there's a diving catch. And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, L.A. Puka Nacua with an amazing diving catch. And the Rams go up by 2 touchdowns. Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now 14-0.
Joshua Carney to kick off.
The Rams kickoff team on the field, and here we go with the ball in the air. Green flexing his muscle. And that's pretty good coverage by the kick team, as he'll only be able to get this past the 15-yard line and no further. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going.
On the quick, right?
And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. At the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield.
Here we go. Ready.
Now a handoff up the middle. Lake. And he put up a good fight, but he's going to be taken down behind the line of scrimmage.
That's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stop that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12.
18. That's right.
Throwing now is Stroud. And his throw is incomplete.
Coverage keyed in on him since that last completion his way. He earned a little more attention on that route, and that made it a lot tougher to get a clean throw his way.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
18. That's it.
Here's Stroud. Trying to lay one up deep. And that nearly intercepted. Boy, for a guy known for his hands defensively, that's a ball he probably thinks he should have come up with. But instead, it's fourth down. The Texans send the punter out as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And he was looking for the checkout bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback.
On the double.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line.
Come on. Set.
And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
Brings up second and a yard.
And his play caller does a nice job of giving him an easy throw to start this drive, and he takes advantage of it. The completion sets up a manageable second down.
Up at the 29 now, they'll head to the line, second and a yard.
Let's go now. 60 Eagles. 60 Eagles.
Up the middle, it's Williams. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. That burst good for 20 and a first down. Pretty explosive run on that inside handoff, and when you're a runner of his caliber, you don't need a big crease.
You really don't, but also what we're seeing is an offensive line that's taking charge at the point of attack, aren't we? Not only are they controlling the initial contact, they're actually utilizing what they call the strain, the next 2 to 3 seconds, to continue to move people.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Tag. Hook.
Now fake on the jet sweep, and they'll instead run up the middle. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage.
1 yard gain. Brings up
Early down stuff to put this
9.
offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
From just shy of midfield, here's a 2nd and 9.
Let's go. Panther 60. Panther 60.
Looking to throw. Edwards. Throwing middle, and it's complete. Call the gain of 6 on the play.
That's a gain
and
of
now
6.
we've got a 3rd down and 3.
Third and 3.
Ready.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
Here we go. 19 Tiger. Bronco 80.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And he's got room. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And the Texans scoop it. And this one will be brought back to the 22. A lot of talk this week about ball security. In fact, they added an extra period in practice. And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right.
Okay, ready?
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
Check, hurt. Ready.
They go with Blue between the tackles. And he'll find his way down right around the 12. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
They work now on 2nd and 9.
Ready. Bronco 80. Ready.
They go again with Blue. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8.
It's now 3rd.
Now that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater. He just made a great play there.
Eighth play of the drive forthcoming, and they need 8 yards on 3rd down.
Cowboy 80. Motion.
Back to throw. Edwards trying to set up a screen for Blue. And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. Jaden Blue, an 11-yard touchdown. And the Rams have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns. Extra point forthcoming. And it is now 21-0.
Next to score, Rams 21, Texans nothing. Joshua Carney to kick off for the Rams.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
The 28-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're getting 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession. But I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. And if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
A good passing down here, and they send 3 receivers to the right of the formation on 2nd down. Stroud working out of the gun. Got a man. It's Collins complete. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Stroud. Looking right side, and it's intercepted. Well, we've seen a lot of mistakes here in this first half, and another there on the interception.
Yeah, they're certainly starting to pile up, aren't they? Because, let's face it, we expect a miscue here and there. but they're already down 3 scores and still giving the ball away. If they want to get back into this one, they've got to take care of the ball because right now the way they're playing doesn't say a whole lot for their chances.
Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their second. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime.
Ready? 70. 60 Eagles. 60 Eagles. Ready?
Edwards now throwing to start the drive. His throw incomplete.
That's tremendous field position that they were given following the turnover, but they've still got work to do to get to field goal range, and the coverage we're seeing isn't going to make it easy.
Second and 10.
Let's go now. Hawk 70.
Looking to throw. Edwards. Looking to big man rumble. Down inside the 10. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Mark Andrews with career touchdown number 60. And the Rams are able to widen their lead here in this first half. Point after try forthcoming. It's good, and they stretch their lead to 28-0 now.
Makes the score Rams 28, Texans 0. Joshua Carney to kick off for the Rams.
The Rams kickoff team on the field, and here we go with the ball in the air. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
At their own 28-yard line.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
On first down, it's Green. And he'll take this one up close to about the 45. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
Here we go. Tony.
Stroud out of the gun here. And the Rams got it. They bring him down. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside. But found his way into the backfield, and he simply would not be denied.
Well, they say that life's all about opportunities, and that holds true when you're playing defense as well. How about him seeing that chance, making the most of it, did a great job of wrapping him up and bringing him down.
Now they'll bring 4 receivers into the fold here. It's 3rd and long. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. They'll let this go deep for Collins. Oh, everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted. And he will take this across midfield and down to the 48-yard line. And a unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
Tag! Panther 60! Panther 60!
They'll run up the middle here with Blue. And a strong run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 35. That's a gain of 13, first down Rams. We often give credit to the O-line there. Two tight end formation. Those tight ends block pretty well also.
Yeah, and that's one of the most dynamic positions in football now. The tight ends who can block at the line of scrimmage at the point of attack, and they can also get downfield and catch the football.
Back to throw now on first down. Throws a quick hitter on the slant. That's complete. The Rams going to be forced to use their third and final timeout as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play.
Ready?
Second down and 4.
Here we go. Here we go. 60.
Back to throw. Edwards. Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36.
An 8-yard loss on the play. It's now third down.
Hawk 70. Hawk 7.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. And that will be incomplete with the clock down now to 13 seconds.
Incomplete.
I thought that was a completed pass until he came in and forced the ball from his hands. Not only did he make a nice play, he brings up fourth down.
A 53-yard attempt.
He's got the leg, but it's no good. He missed it right, but that shouldn't matter a great deal as they still lead by a bundle here.
One of the few things that hasn't gone right in this first half. They had a chance there for late points, but this one winds up off the mark.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And maybe a chance for a quick completion and then a long field goal try. We'll see. And that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go.
That's an excellent play by the defender. He diagnosed that one, closed quickly, and helped force the incompletion.
On the quick, right?
In motion left is Higgins. Final play of the half, Stroud. And he's got his man in stride, complete. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports.
Joshua Carney to kick off for the Rams.
The Texans down on the scoreboard, but they do get the first crack here as we are back underway in the second half. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, still a good return. They'll start the drive right around the 37. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. We'll see, Charles, if they had a chance to hit the reset button at halftime. They have not scored. They're facing this big deficit. If they're going to come back, it's going to have to start right now.
Yeah, and for them, it's not dwelling in the negative because, yes, they were totally ineffective in the first half. But we've seen many games that have flipped around in the second half. It all starts with this drive right here. They get something good going, put some points on the board, they begin to have hope.
Here we go.
They'll run on first down. Lake. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, this defense, they've got the 4-score advantage, and you can see why they continue to bottle up the run game, and really they've just been sharp in all facets here in this one, CD.
Yeah, they've kept that offense in check the entire game, and I think it's been led by what you just talked about, that defensive front, which has not allowed them to run the football and establish control of the line of scrimmage.
18, outside.
A shotgun snap to Stroud. He'll let this go deep for Collins.
And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Well, when the running game's not working, sometimes you just got to take a few more chances down the field. That's a good effort, but it winds up incomplete.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9.
18, outside.
Operating from the gun, Stroud. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
The Texans send the punter out as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. Yards on the return that time. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive.
And the first half definitely went their way, and this would seem to be a great opportunity to kind of put this game a little closer out of reach with a score here.
Yeah, and it's a wonderful opportunity for them because if they can add 7 more to their lead before the other guys even see the football, that could be the decisive blow in this game. I think that's how they're eyeing it. That's how they're approaching it.
Ready,
2nd and 9.
Come on, set. Cougar 19.
Operating from the gun, Edwards. Gets it underneath to Blue. And they get him down the mountain before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 11 and a 1st down, L.A.
Well, those backups on the sideline, they got to be eagerly anticipating the 4th quarter upcoming. Look at the size of the lead, how they're moving the football. This defense really struggling and giving up plays like we just saw.
Yeah, the Stars have certainly done all they've needed to in this one, haven't they? But my question is, will we be able to resist the urge to continue to run things up a bit and get his main guys a few bonus stats before he calls them off the field?
Here we go. Pep, go.
Now a 1st down carry. It's Williams.
That's a good acceleration there as he's across midfield to the 48-yard line.
Back-to-back nice plays. 12 yards that time and a 1st down. Interior of that line blocked really well on that run, but also the 2 tight ends, they blocked well too.
Not only have they scouted the line of scrimmage, with their agility, they can get upfield and hit moving targets like linebackers, defensive backs. They do a really good job helping out the running game.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material.
Cowboy 80.
They hand it off. It's Blue.
Down to about the 45.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play.
This is 2nd and 8.
Go. Gravity Lions.
Off play action. Edwards. Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Derek Stingley picks it. The 20. And they will score a pick six for the Texans TD. Charles, we've seen them target one of their main weapons time and time again. Maybe they went to that well too many times there.
Yeah, and it's so difficult to determine how many times is too many, because how many times have we seen a team go and play and say, until they stop us, we'll keep going. But they got stopped on that one, and it cost them 6 points.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
35-yard line.
The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive. And remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick six and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
Two yards to go, second down.
Ready? 70 Timberwolves. Ready?
Looking to throw. Edwards. Wide open receiver, complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
First and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Inside 4 minutes to go, third quarter.
Let's go now. Ready, ready.
They'll hand it off now. Williams. 43 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
Second and a couple.
Here we go. Set. Ready.
Again, it's Williams. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line.
A gain of 3
They'll get
yards.
3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
First down.
And Brandon, you know that expression? He just does what he does. It sounds trite, doesn't it? But in this case, it's perfectly apt. This is one of the better runners in the NFL. And all he does is just find avenues, find ways to pick up key first downs and big runs.
Now a handoff. Here's Williams. And he can only manage to get a couple. Second and 8 coming up.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Second and 7.
Ready, ready. 19. Hawk 70. Hawk 70. Watch the back on this play.
Off the play fake. Edwards. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage.
That's
a gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
The defense did its job of taking away a quick throw, but that's only half the battle because they've got to get to him before he can make a run for it. A little bit late containing him there, so he makes a nice gain out of a play that looked like it was in trouble.
This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard.
Ready. 60.
They'll try and run for it. Here's Williams. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
Well, lots of praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
Get it.
They'll try and run. This is Williams. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Kyron Williams, his 5th rushing touchdown now on the year. And the Rams will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the 3rd. Extra point right down in the middle. And that'll increase their lead to 28.
Texans 7. Joshua Carney to kick
The Rams
off for
kickoff
Rams.
team on the field, and here we go with the ball in the air. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive.
The last series for him, a little disappointing, forced a punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive. 1st and 10.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
All right.
They'll keep it on the ground. Lake. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39.
He's brought down
7 yards there and a first down.
A gain of 7. And the Texans first down.
Fourth quarter coming up here on Thursday Night Primetime. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Here we go. 18.
Operating from the gun, Stroud. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. That's good for a Texan first down, a 12-yard pickup.
And with this game well in hand, perhaps we are seeing the coverage lighten up a little bit as they got burned there a bit for a first down.
But we certainly know the coach isn't happy along the sideline because he certainly wants them to finish this one out the way they started it. He doesn't want to give up any soft completions, no late points. He wants his lead to stay right where it is.
So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Back to throw. Stroud. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
Texans.
All right.
Up the middle they go. Lake. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2. And it brings up 2nd down. And the trend continues here in the 4th like it was in the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. But bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
18. What's that?
A run up the middle. Adams. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
And it
When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
The Texans on third down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 7.
Tony.
And they'll send the tight end in motion left. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Texans first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle. That's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
18. What's up?
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And got his man. Is caught. Touchdown, Houston. Jalen Noel from 10 yards out. And the Texans get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit. Point after, right down the middle. And that'll cut the lead back down to 21.
Texans 14.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
At their own 30-yard line.
The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive.
Here we go.
Well, the win for them at this point seems pretty assured. I mean, still a decent amount of time left here in the 4th quarter, Charles, but you got the football, you're up 3 scores. They have to be feeling really good about where they're at.
I love your observation skills, partner, because I think you saw them charge onto the field fired up about another chance to get into the end zone. Looks to me like this group is ready to crush any hope left on the opposing sideline, and they want to do it with some gusto, too.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Come on. Set. 19, Tiger, 19.
Looking to throw. Edwards. And he's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4.
A gain of 5 brings up 3rd and 6.
Here's 3rd and 6.
Hey. Cowboy 80.
Back to throw. Edwards. A short throw caught by Andrews. And he is going to have a Rams first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. The passing game continues to be their friend, even with a stable lead here in the 4th, Charles. They're going back to that well.
Yeah, with their overall philosophy, you know that they trust their quarterback. He's been able to throw it well. They continue to throw these safe passes. Who can blame them?
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. Rifles one, that's going to be intercepted. And to the 43, so down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over. first down. Lake. And very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41.
Defenses always talk about earning the right to rush the passer on third down. And you know what offenses want? Win first down so they can set things up for themselves better.
And that wasn't helpful there. Not a big impact on first down.
All right.
Play action. Here's Stroud. They'll let this go deep for Collins.
And this is caught inside the 5. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston.
Nico Collins.
41 yards.
And the Texans have got it back to a two-score game here in the fourth.
Extra point splits the uprights. And the lead will be cut down to 14.
Texans 21.
Two scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And the hands team for the Rams able to secure the football. The risk-reward of the onside kick. When you don't get it, the risk comes out to play, and here they gave up great field position.
And that's the key to everything, because you're trying your best to press advantages when you have them, and field position leads you to that type of play calling. And whether you want to blitz or whether you want to throw the ball deep, those types of things, now that they've given up that type of field position, the advantage is switched to their opponent.
Ready?
Now the 10th carry. Here's Williams.
Knifes his way forward here, but just 3 yards on the play. Second down.
He was tackled at the
Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts.
on the pickup.
That'll leave them with 2
Second
remaining.
and 6.
We'll be back after this.
On the double.
From the 46-yard line, a second down and 6.
Down. Hawk 70. Hawk.
Looking to throw. Edwards. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Ferguson. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run. This is something you got to be wary of defensively. I mean, just because they're in the mode of trying to burn some clock doesn't mean they won't pass it, and they got good yardage out of that one.
Yeah, and really, when you're looking at it, now they've got a fresh set of downs. Look for second down if they want to take another shot and try and loosen things up. That'd be the time to do it.
So it's Rams football here as we get you reset. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8.
He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball.
So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining.
When people talk about plays being blown up, that's exactly what they're talking about. That's Exhibit A for physical play.
Now this is a big third down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he'll only get this to the 17, well shy of what he needed.
It's 4th down.
The Texans going to signal for their third and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And his kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So with that, you figure this game's pretty much out of reach at this point.
Yeah, it's going to take a heck of a comeback to come from 3 scores down, but don't change that channel. Don't go away. Miracles can happen, and you want to be here in case it does.
You're a company man.
Aren't I, though?
And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
26-yard line.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going.
Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
Here's a 2nd and 3 now from the 33.
Back to throw. Stroud. Throwing left sideline there, but it's incomplete.
An open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
Yards to go.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Now they'll throw here out of the gun.
He's got his target. That's complete.
And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. 70th catch for him on the year, and like so many others, this goes for a first down.
Well, those are the types of plays they probably wish they had made more of in the first 3 quarters. And this deficit going to be tough to overcome here in the 4th. But a nice first down and a pickup on that throw.
Yeah, and this is where as coaches, you're looking for effort and execution, even though the scoreboard is going against you.
It's caught at the 10. And he's taken down all the way inside the LA 10. A huge play there for Houston. 46 yards. The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10. Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal. Again, he'll drop to throw. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. He had to absorb another little bump there from the defense, another incomplete pass. We've seen a lot of that tonight.
They've come after him all night long. Nothing but pressure in his face. He's trying to stand up there and make throws. It's hard enough to do when the pocket is clear. When you got all those people in front of you, almost impossible to have a good completion percentage.
Now this likely a must-have. 3rd and goal.
Here we go.
Again, it's Stroud.
Caught on the slant. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. That pass play good for 7, but it still brings up a 4th and goal.
Completed pass brings up a 4th down situation. Do you play analytics on this one? Well, you know, what do your analytics tell you about going for it here? I wonder what they would say.
They tell me you're down by this margin 4th quarter, you're going.
The decision made for them. They've got to go. It's 4th down. 4th down, 4th quarter. Here's Stroud.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Texans.
Touchdown.
From a yard out.
And the Texans' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points.
Big 4th down conversion for the score, and the defense, that is a tough pill to swallow.
Big time for them. How about them just deciding to go for it on 4th down? And, okay, forget the field goal, because that looked like an easy 3 points. Yeah, you might have had a defensive breakdown in there, but they pressed the issue and found a way to get it into the end zone. Give them big credit for that.
So time definitely not in their favor. Down 2 scores, but they'll try the onside kick. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. Well, things started off exciting. This one had a high-scoring first half, and nobody let their foot off the gas in the second half either, Charles. And, you know, for them, a really nice victory in a high-scoring output.
You're right about that, because so many times we'll see teams come out slow and take a while to get going, and points become a little bit harder to score near the end of games, as we know, because everyone tightens down. But no such issues in this game. The scoring started right away and held up at a steady clip the remainder of the game.
So for the Rams, they continue to put themselves in position for a first-round bye as they move to 8-2. And now they'll get the weekend off as they get a little extra time to prepare to face the Arizona Cardinals. Meanwhile, for the Texans, it's a loss that'll drop them back to 500 through 10 games.